Hi, this is the Utah Defender. This is my copy that I filmed, which it was confiscated with work product on it by Sergeant Hill. He violated my First Amendment rights. He never produced a receipt that they took my property. And then we had a dumbass detective, I can't remember his name, nor do I want to. They tried to get into my phone and they made bogus statements saying that I conspired with Don Newman. This is what cops do. They try to make the narrative to fit a crime when you didn't even do it. And that's what they did in my charges, okay? They gave me 4 misdemeanors. This Ogden Police Department is not properly trained. They're out of control. It is the worst police department in Ogden. By Police Scorecard, who evaluates all police departments in every state and sheriff departments, Ogden is the worst, and they lack total accountability and transparency. And how can I prove that? I wrote a 16-page complaint to the old chief, Eric Young, who I will probably put in a lawsuit, and the new guy, CB. They've never answered my complaint. That's the way they are. There is no transparency or accountability in police departments. They will screw over us as citizens every time, and they'll throw you in jail. Now, know that I have a son who's in a police department. I raised a good family. I never had, I had traffic tickets, but I never had a run-in with the law like this. I come to Ogden, and you challenge the police departments in Utah, they are corrupt. They're bullies, they're thugs, they're untrained, and they're stupid. Now, so I did a 16-page complaint, never heard a damn thing from Subi, still hasn't heard anything. And these police officers that you're going to watch come up the trail here, up the sidewalk, violated 21 Utah state statutes. They violated them. And they violated my constitutional rights. And I'm going to show in this video, I'm going to stop it and show you where they did it. Now, Jose, my counterpart, Utah Cop Watch, had this up and they took it down. They said it was dehumanizing. Well, if I said payaso to ponytail, the Mexican gal, I'm Mexican. My mother was half Mexican. And I learned my Spanish in the military and on the streets of East Los Angeles. So if I want to call another Mexican a payaso and they find that dehumanizing, you guys are wrong. You should get a lawsuit for that. That's not right. So you have the Ogden Police Department takes down Jose's videos. And for people in Ogden, he still has them. We can show them in court. We'll show you how guilty you are. And I've got mine too. And they took my phone and they tried to get into it. Well, here's news for everybody out there. Never use face recognition. Only use a code to get into your phone. Because if you use face recognition, then the police can make you, or a thumbprint, they can make you open your phone. And I didn't even know that. And an iPhone, they will not allow the police to go into it. So I know the dumbass detective that went to the judge, and the judges are crooked. Are you kidding me? They trample all over our rights. They act like I killed the president of the United States. Okay? So I'm going to bring out where they violated my constitutional rights in this. And this guy right here, the bald-headed guy coming up behind Parker, he is a real tyrant. So we're going to show this to you, and I'm going to go over it. And you need to know they didn't answer the 16-page report. There's no transparency or accountability. And you need to know that in a 3-year period, they arrested 42,000 people in Ogden. And the population's only 87. Are you kidding me? What the hell is going on? I don't get it. I don't get how the government can do that. But I find the judges corrupt there. That's my personal opinion. I've sat in court and I've watched their court, and all they can do is say, "Oh, we're going to have this next hearing, this next hearing, this next hearing," and then they put this a year out. Where's a speedy trial? And all the laws are terrible. They're all made towards the police officers. They give them all this discretion. It's like Sid Gill. Every shooting that's ever come across his desk, it's a good shooting. The cops are always exonerated. So let's run it, and I'll stop it as we go along. These are terrible people. Now, this is a result of Giles and Melanie Brown holding us up so that they could have a confrontation with Dawn. And how did they know Dawn was there? Because they have a warrant for arrest. They told her. They've done this 17 or 18 times to her in the past. That's why we were filming. But it doesn't matter. They can sit there and shoot you in the head and get away with it. There's not a damn thing that you can do to protect yourself. So even when we put it on film, they get it. They make it. That's the truthfulness of these films. They take them down. So I will sue Ogden for taking this film down. I'll find out who it is. I know it's going to be Ogden. And every police officer is scum. They're lowlifes. They're terrible human beings. So let's watch it. Looks like, oh, here we go. I'm sorry. That warrant had been quashed. And what should really upset you... Let me play it back. Here we go. And the arrest of Don Newman. You have to ask yourself, if we went into DCSF, which you've seen in another video, and we came out, immediately we saw down the street the Ogden Police Department. So you have to ask yourself, why did they show up? And it's because Don had told us previous to going here to film that DCSF not only arrests her when she goes in, they arrest all the mothers that they don't like, that they've taken their children. And this is how they retaliate against the mothers. They call up the Ogden Police Department. Now, let me tell you that when the Ogden Police Department comes and says Don has a warrant, I've already proven to you that that warrant had been quashed. And what should really upset you is they've used the same warrant for the fourth time. And what should really upset you is that warrant says that it's to only be used in surrounding counties near Mojave County in Arizona only. Then on the 17th September 2024, the day before this arrest, or this occurred, there was a judge, and she had quashed this warrant for her arrest. And it said that all charges had been dismissed. So what you're going to see here is the kidnapping of Don Newman, once again, and the illegal arrest of Don Newman. So to cover their ass, they said the next day, I believe it was, or the day after, some place between September 17th and I think between September 22nd, they said Don had made harassing phone calls to one of the DCFS workers. When we went to the court, her public defender told the judge, there is no date on these texts that are accusing Dawn of sending to the DCFS worker, nor does it have Dawn's phone number. But the judge said, oh, I think the state has already proven their case. You know, you have to know that they're trying to ruin Dawn Newman's life. And some other things that prove that they've done that, are you aware that one day they sent the Florida DCSF people, and there's no such thing, but they have a private entity that takes care of their child and family services, called Ogden SWAT on her family. They called SWAT. That's dangerous. This is how reckless and how terrible the Ogden Police Department are. They're ready to kill anybody, and they have a pattern of excessive force on its citizens. I've already proved that. And they have a pattern of wrongfully arresting people. So when you watch this video, ask yourself, how did they know Dawn was there? It's because this is a habitual pattern of DCF inside. Now, they have 4 statements against me. But if you watch the videos, the charges that are on against me, that were filed against me, doesn't even show up in the video. Watch the video. If they can't take someone asking them questions and conducting themselves in the same manner that they were conducting themselves, and then want to say I was disrupting the services of government employees, I inserted violence. Where did I insert violence or imply violence? There wasn't. So what we're trying to show you by this video is the illegal arrest, not only they do on Dawn, but there was 13 other women in the pod that Dawn was in Weber County Jail that had been put there by the same DCSF people. Yours truly, Melanie Brown and Curtis Giles. And if you remember in the video, Jose goes, let me see that evil smile again. Curtis Brown knew what was coming. They were stalling us. You can even hear Dawn in that video say, why are you taking so long? Because they're waiting for the police to tell them we're there now, we'll arrest Dawn. Well, they arrested Dawn on a quashed warrant, which is illegal. And when we went to court, there's a prosecutor named Peterson. Why didn't he bring up the fact, or the judge or somebody bring up the fact that Dawn was illegally arrested and kidnapped by these same police officers? And this shithead right here is Parker. He shows up in court to be the witness for the state. And when he walked by me, I looked him right in the eye to see if he would say hello first. And I said, you're not even cordial when you can be. So this is the prelude to what you're going to see is my arrest. And when you're watching it, I want you to see where Officer Moore puts his hands on me. You can't touch me. I wasn't detained. There's Officer Moore, the twit Officer Moore. Puts his hands on me. He can't put his hands on me because I'm not detained. I'm not under arrest. All I was doing is filming everything. But cops don't want you to film them because they can't help themselves from committing crimes. And that's all you're going to see in this video. Is where he falsely says he's going to put me in handcuffs. You can't say that to citizens. What, for filming? Where filming is not a crime? He says I'm too close. That is one of the most limp dick excuses that you can say to a camera guy. Oh, you're too close. I kept walking past him. Watch me. And then he said he's going to put me in handcuffs. And then he purposely stands in front of my camera about 4 more times. And he keeps telling me I can stand on the sidewalk. And he can't block my camera. And then I got sick because I had a heart attack November 30th. And I was going to go to my car. I was going to tell Sergeant Hill, if you want me, I'll be in my car. So when I walk up to him, when he strikes me 2 times on the shoulder, I say, I want to tell you something. And that was unprovoked. They just wanted to give me a malicious arrest and prosecution, and it was retaliatory. That's against the law. He broke the law. And I'm not detained because it was Tolman's responsibility to make sure I heard him say when he said the second time, you're detained. And in the video, I stand in front of a Doherty and said, I'm dismissed. I'm dismissed. I'm proving by saying that I didn't hear Tolman. Tolman told Jose. Jose never told me. I never really heard him. I'm filming it. You can tell I can't hear him. I'm talking to Doherty, all right? So I was not detained when I walked up to walk on the sidewalk to go sit in my car because I was ill. But it was all retaliatory after that. There was no probable cause for that. When Sergeant Hill hit me, that's excessive force. There was no reason to hit me. It was excessive force that 4 officers all tried to grab me. And if I hadn't walked backwards into them, they would have pushed my face right into the concrete and probably busted my teeth. That's what they were trying to do. Watch it when it happens. It happens very fast. But when I first walked up to Sergeant Hill and Doherty purposely triggers him and says, please don't walk behind my sergeant. He turns around and runs over and gives me 4 seconds to comply. Get back, get back, get back. And before he said that, I said, I got something to tell you. Why wouldn't he listen to me? And I'm no longer detained. I told him that. But no, he thought I was detained. See? So someone forgot to tell Sergeant Hill I wasn't detained, and he violated my civil rights right there. Big time. That arrest was a false arrest, a false kidnapping. And what you're not going to see in this video is when they were searching me, which was an illegal search and seizure of myself, they pulled my pants down, my religious garments. My garments are showing. And I asked everybody there to pull them up. I was angry. As soon as Moore puts his hands on me, all bets are off. And I use foul language. I was so upset that these people were so unprofessional. And then it started clicking in my head. We were set up. They purposely held us up so we could get arrested. They came there without even knowing anything to arrest us, period. That was their intent of going there. And it shows when we're detained because Moore, the dumbass that he really is, I ask him, why are you detaining us? And he can't articulate why. All bets are off at that point. Fruits of the poisonous tree. It's all over. And that should be brought up in my court. I shouldn't even have to go to court before a judge. And then to take my camera, that's the biggest violation. Without a warrant, you can't do that. And then to strike me and arrest me with no probable cause, those are 3 major ones. So let's continue. Never heard that. There's no way they can prove I heard that because I didn't. That's why I walked up the sidewalk towards Sergeant Hill, and then he's triggered by Officer Doherty saying, hey, please don't walk behind my sergeant. I had every reason, just like anybody else that's listening to this, to walk up that sidewalk because I was not detained. They didn't properly tell me I was detained. I told the sergeant that before he ever said anything out of his mouth, and then he physically strikes me and doesn't give me any time to respond to his demands. And then they kidnapped me and falsely arrested me. These are evil, terrible people. There's a pattern within Ogden of excessive force and false arrest. If you go down to the courthouse in their district court or their municipal court, it's mainly homeless people and minorities that are inside that court. So you know who they're targeting. And I will tell you, I will not stand. I'm not going to just lay down and roll over for the Ogden Police Department. I'm going to use every legal means against them. I'm going to sue them right up their ass, and I'm going to sue every officer that was there that day, because they all allowed to have my civil rights violated. In addition to that, my religious rights. We wear religious garments, and you'll see where no one would help pull up my pants. They wanted to humiliate me. That's good police work, isn't it? Doherty says, oh, you purposely pulled your pants down. No, dumbass. You guys purposely left me standing there exposing my religious garments. That should insult everyone who's a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So this is what the message that was given to me here is DCSF. If you upset them to the nth degree, they're going to have the cops arrest you. Fill out phony, lying affidavits against you. And Doherty's already lied in one affidavit. I have her asked for lying, and I will prosecute you, Doherty. Do you hear that, Doherty? You're going to be on the Brady's list when I get done with you. You lied. To the fullest extent for lying on that affidavit. And I'm going to go after the detective. His name is James, and for saying that I conspired with Don. And here's the other thing. They took my phone. You can't take my work product. That's the biggest violation there. I shouldn't even be in municipal court, but what the judge is going to do is he's going to find me guilty. They're going to pick 4 people that they already know will find me guilty that'll be on their side, because they already colluded with my first attorney by taking him in a back room and saying, you need to take these federal laws out of his motion. You can't do that. And I told my attorney he couldn't do that, could have no third-party conversations without me being there, and I've got a witness to it. And why do they want the constitutional stuff taken out? Because then I can't sue them in federal court. And the judge, I can't right now I'm trying to remember his name. He's in the municipal court. The prosecuting attorney and my attorney all went back into the judge's chambers and had a little secret conspiracy conversation to stop me from protecting myself and my civil rights. And although I know it's not going to do anything for the Utah Judicial Conduct Commission, I'm going to report the judge, and there's another commission. I'm going to report the 2 attorneys also. That's what I'm going to do. That's underhanded. How often does that go on? And that judge, when I first went there, he told me a 12th grader could have wrote a better motion. He was insulting me from the bench. So I said to him, you're going to tell me you graduated #1 in your class, order of your quill, which means he's the top student, the editor. And I said, and you can't read simple English? Are you kidding me? And he says, oh, I've got a little room downstairs that I'll put you in for 2 hours. He threatened me, intimidated me. I don't understand. Do I leave my First Amendment rights at the door? And there was no courtesy as far as him saying, excuse me, And I told him I wanted to be addressed as doctor or captain. Dr. English, excuse me for a second, but don't talk over me, okay? Please? That's what he was upset about, too. But anyway, let's continue. I mean, these guys, the whole thing is crooked. That's why I say that the courts are crooked here. That municipal court, Swicky or whatever his name was. I got a witness who's the vigilance committee. So a lot of terrible things have happened that you don't know about. I've never mentioned that, but that judge down there colluded with my attorney and the prosecution back room. They took an extra hour to come out to start court. And that's the first thing my attorney did is beeline to me. And I almost got him. He did everything but admit that in a room to me and the vigilance committee. And that's why he got mad. And then I fired his ass. So here's the video of the false arrest, false kidnapping of not only Don, but of me. And also know they were so butthurt against Jose that they put him up on felony charges for tampering with the witness. There is no indication in the films that he ever tampered with a witness. This is how crooked Ogden police are. They pile on charges that are phony. All you gotta do is watch the videos. The videos don't lie. Ogden police officers lie. Sergeant Hill lies. Every one of these police officers are criminals. They lie and they falsely arrest you. This has to stop. There is a pattern of this, of excessive force with... And I'm taking every one of them to federal court. And I'm going to go after their qualified immunity, and I want them personally to pay out of their own damn pocket for what they've done. This has to stop. They better get some goddamn good lawyers. I'm telling you, I'm sorry I swore. In the Ogden Police Department. So here it is. I'm going to play it. Please watch. And thank you for watching.
That one and the other one too. Both of them.
Silent treatment.
Hey, Don. Don. Hey, Don. So you're going to arrest him.
Watch how when I say, oh, this is the harassment of the Ogden Police Department, how more, but he just singles me out. He tells me to move back. I move back twice for him, and then he puts his hands on me. That's assault and battery. I was in law enforcement myself. He had no right to do that, period. And he knows it. He broke the law. So that's a violation. Okay. So here's the first major violation. They are arresting her on a warrant that had been quashed. And all charges were dismissed.
Yeah. Wait, why do I have a warrant?
Where's the warrant?
No, I don't.
Out of Arizona? No, she doesn't.
No,
That's been clear.
Listen how we're trying to help him not make a mistake.
An excuse to arrest her, aren't you?
The document right now on my phone.
Tú es payasos.
Okay, well, it's hard for me to show.
They don't want to look at it. I mean, they already came with the mindset because they hate Dawn. Parker knew her by name. Think about that. And they don't show her the warrant. They don't even have the damn warrant. Are you kidding me? Aren't you supposed to show a person a warrant when you arrest them? I mean, this is how untrained these numbskulls are. They don't even deserve to wear a badge and gun. These are dangerous people.
To you.
Policía, todos
If I
son
can handcuff.
payasos. We're going to verify.
Go
Payaso.
ahead and verify it. Why am I in handcuffs?
Yeah, what is your badge number? More? 950?
Officer Moore will commit the next criminal act by putting his hands on me. There he goes, right there. Yeah. See, I wasn't even near him. Look how far away she was. To put his hands on me. He didn't.
What about you, stupid shit?
I was mad. Cops aren't supposed to put their hands on you at all. I was under arrest. I wasn't detained. And look how they dragged Dawn. She's trying to tell him slow down. She's 48 years of age. He doesn't care. And I'm Mexican, so I can call her a clown.
Okay, quit pushing me up.
Let's go.
Stop, I'm walking. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Now, I'm not trying to get next to him.
Now, they didn't have to walk right
Moore's
there,
right
but
up
I'm
my
trying to
rear end,
film.
so I'm trying to walk in. I pass him by so I can give him room and watch him what he says.
Back up, I'm gonna put you in handcuffs.
That's a threat of arrest. That's a threat of arrest. You cannot do that. That's intimidation and harassment. Police officers are not to do that. That's another violation.
Another violation, criminal act by Moore. He said he's going to put me in handcuffs. For what reason? Because I'm filming as a journalist?
Notice how he keeps step by step, and he's stopping me from filming. That is prior restraint. I'll probably repeat it, but I'm trying to let you know when the violations come up. That's a First Amendment violation. That's very serious.
So fuck you and your mother. Okay. There is no law of distance. I am. There's no law of distance. There's no fucking law whatsoever. There's no fuck officers. Now
I stopped to see if he'd stop. He stopped. He's trying to block the camera. He wants a confrontation from me so he can arrest me. That's what cops do. I used to be one. I know with their tactics what they are, but I wasn't dirty like this piece of crap.
Out there to see if he'll stand in front of my camera, and he did exactly that. Listen to this. I can do whatever I want. Listen to that.
Did you hear that? I can do whatever I want. I hope everybody hears that. That's the mindset. I'll probably repeat this when I go back to film. That's the mindset of these police officers. That's what Moore thinks. I've got a badge and gun. I'm drunk on power. It's addicting. I will shove my gun in your butt and fire you and kill you. That's what he'd like to do. No respect for the fact that I spent 20 years defending the service when he was probably a twinkle in his dad's eye and his dad was probably pooping his pants. No respect at all for me.
He can do whatever he wants.
Do whatever you want. I can. Why are you stupid?
What a clown.
Fuck you and get out of my face. Step back. Don't get
So see, I walk over and he gets in front of me again. That's another violation. That's the third, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 times now that he's violated my civil rights. But he gets away with it because he has a badge and gun. It's okay. The prosecution doesn't see. The prosecution's seen this. They should be, if you're listening, Ogden prosecution, you should be ashamed of yourself. You haven't dropped my damn charges. And I am going to sue your city up the ass. I am. Because you should have dropped the charges, and I probably wouldn't be mad about it. Remember, I was in law enforcement. And so you guys are, I know you're rotten to the core. That's why I'm upset, and I will sue your butts.
All he had to do is tell me to step back one time. I didn't go in.
Now, for everybody out there, there's the sidewalk. I can stand on the sidewalk. You will never see me go off that sidewalk because I know where I'm supposed to be when I'm a journalist. And this guy constantly keeps telling me to get back. What is he talking about? There is no law in Utah of distance whatsoever. But he just wants to keep pushing it because he wants a confrontation. And I am really angry. So I'm not going to say my language for any of these unprofessional meatheads. And I'm going to tell you something. Tolman is new. I think he's the newest guy of the whole group. Moore knows better, and he's dangerous. He should not be a police officer. They should terminate his ass immediately. But they like officers like this because they bring in money, and they arrest good citizens like myself, and they harass and intimidate and make our lives miserable.
Any closer to him, but he wants to show his authority.
on the sidewalk, away from there. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up and don't stand in front of this camera again. I'm not fucking...
I'm so mad right now because...
Put your fucking hands on me like...
That's right. I'm mad about that he put his hands on me. And then Parker turns around and smiles like he thinks it's funny.
Hey, dipshit! I could kick your ass too.
Now, I want to tell you something. I can swear all I want to. There's a Cohen versus California. There are many, many decisions in circuit court, the Supreme Court, that you can use foul language towards police. Why am I using foul language? Because these guys, more especially, thinks that he can put his hands on me and boss me around. He can't do that unless I'm under arrest or detained. And he's already violated several laws. So he's the criminal here. They don't want me to film.
Hey, dipshit! If dipshit didn't have that fucking badge and gun, I could kick your ass too. And I'm 76 years of age, dipshit. You know what a Green Beret is? Yep. That's what I used to do. Fuck with me.
See, now he knows what my past is. I'm trying to get in his mind, but it just blows past him. He doesn't have a mind. He's a criminal. I'm trying to let him know, you better respect me. I served this country, buddy. He doesn't care. Cops think that they're the most important thing in the world. They're next to God. And I'm going to tell you something. I can look at Moore right now, and he is so butthurt. He is so angry. He just can't wait to retaliate against us. And he's going to give us, it's coming up, he's going to give us an unlawful order that we're detained, and he can't articulate why. That's another violation of my constitutional rights, and he broke the law. He's a criminal.
Yeah. They have abused her all the way down here. She tried to walk her own pace. And look at Officer Moore, who's a fucking dipshit. And Parker, you're a fucking arrogant little asshole. You're a prick. The kids in school picked on you when you were a kid. I want her keys. I want her keys. What did I say? Fuck you. I don't give a shit.
What did I say? What, get back? I'm back. I'm at the same distance as I've been since I got on the sidewalk. He can't tell me to get off the sidewalk. It's public property. He's a dumbass. He's untrained. All these officers are untrained. I think Moore was second in charge. Can you believe that this guy is a police officer? They're so stupid. They're uneducated. They don't know what they're doing. They're ruining lives was what they're doing.
What you say? Fucking dipshit? Little fucking Hitler? You don't do nothing with me. We have here.
See, listen to that. That's retaliatory. I got to do something with him. Are you kidding me? Now, something just happened, so let me see where we're at.
So, I got to put it back to where we were. I'm sorry.
I messed up, so I apologize. So he was saying, I got to find out what I'm going to do with these two.
And
we didn't break
what
the
I
law.
want to say here is that
This guy broke the law.
He's going to detain us, and he can't detain us because he cannot articulate. He can't say what. You cannot detain somebody unless he has reasonable, articulable suspicion we committed a crime.
And we didn't. We didn't commit a crime. And he knows it. He is just butthurt that I've talked to him the way I did. And none of that is illegal. It's my constitutional right, Cohen versus California, that I can say whatever I want to police officers. And they cannot charge you for disobedience or disturbing the peace or interfering or impeding them. He's a tyrant. That's why they arrested 42,000 people in Ogden. All you got to do is give them a dirty look and they arrest you.
Remember, he's never gone inside, but he's got it in his head that we need to be trespassed. So to trespasses, you'll hear what I say inside the video.
I want her keys. I want her keys.
What did I say?
Fuck you. I don't give a shit what you say. Fucking dipshit. Little fucking Hitler.
So was this disobeying an officer? No, because I wasn't detained. I wasn't under arrest. He had no probable cause. And so just because he says it, they write this up that I disobeyed the orders of a police officer. Are you shitting me? See, what police do is creative writing. They take the laws and they look for, like what they did with Jose, they look how they can arrest you, and then they write the narrative to your charges to fit the crime. But you're going to see this video. So far, I haven't done anything whatsoever.
Don't do nothing with me, dipshit.
Well, say man.
Parker, you're a piece of shit.
Notice that? These two. He doesn't like either one of us. What did Jose do? Jose's been quiet the whole time. See, that shows you. That shows you the mindset of this criminal right here, Moore. Moore had no right to say that, but it shows that he wants to do a retaliatory arrest on us. That's where this is going. He's butthurt, he's angry, and he's going to get his pound of flesh.
Yeah, I bet you do. So does your parents.
You guys are free to leave.
Why would you think? So here's an illegal detainment right here.
So you do not leave. You are not free to leave.
You cannot trespass us from a government building.
They can.
We did not break any. What law did we break, dipshit?
I'm going to see.
Tell me what law we
See,
broke.
he's going inside to solicit.
Do not.
Your ass.
He's going to see if we did anything wrong. He doesn't know that we did anything wrong. You can't do that on a hunch.
You don't know what you're doing. I used to be a cop.
Now stop for a second. You see this officer right here? That's Sergeant Hill. There's a lady over this way, okay? I asked the question, did you see any lady inside DCFS? She makes a complaint against us. Why? Because it's a phony complaint. We never bothered the lady. We never saw the woman. She couldn't even hear us in that room. But they went and got her so they could pile on the charges. That's immoral and it's illegal. What this is, for Sergeant Hill, this is a Title 18, which is criminal in criminal court. That's where this has got to go. That he and that lady both, her included in criminal charges, conspired against my civil rights, and under the color of law, he gets her to make a complaint so that they can pack the charges to meet what they're going to charge us with. And I can still say whatever I want. I'm in public, and I can say whatever I want. And that's Houston City versus Hill is the other that gives me the legal right to do that. But no, they don't know the law, so that's why they think that they can go ahead and have this. This guy, you never bring a witness out in front of suspects. You have to protect and guard them, and that's how they got the charges on Jose. They set him up for a felony. These are criminals. These people. Hill doesn't know what he's doing. He's an idiot, and he was the sergeant. Hill was the sergeant that came to Don Newman's house. Are you figuring it out? That's why they sent him out there, because there's bad blood between Don, him, and probably the rest of the officers. He came out with the SWAT team, and she had her 3 kids in there, and she was driving up to her house. They were terrorized by the Ogden Police Department because of Florida, the people that came from Florida. There's more to it than this. I mean, it's unbelievable how criminal. But this is a Title 18, 241 and 242, conspiracy under the color of law. This guy's going to violate my civil rights.
I don't want to talk to you.
Now right here, this sergeant brings this lady out which is a violation of Title 18. This is criminal. This is when two or more people.
This car right
conspire
here,
together to
as you
take
can
away
see
your
it,
civil
is
rights.
another police officer.
And that's
It's
what they're doing out there. He purposely brought her out there.
unmarked
so he
car.
could say that we
You'll see
created
her again.
disturbance against her.
No, I'm not being disorderly. I can't be disorderly to police officers.
He's saying I'm being disorderly. I'm not even talking to that lady. He brought her out there purposely so he could give me a disorderly charge. Think about that. You don't bring witnesses right out there. He did it on purpose. That's conspiracy, if there ever was one, to take away my civil rights. That's another one. Think about that. They're piling up, aren't they? 5 times for prior restraint, blocking my camera, putting his stinking hands on us. He's already falsely detained us, and now he conspired to take away my civil rights by bringing a witness out there saying that I'm disorderly. Are you kidding me? Think about all this.
We have other victims here and other people.
We have other victims. He did this on purpose.
So keep it down, please. So you're really gonna.
And you're a fucking sergeant? Are you shitting me?
So, guys, just
Get out of my face.
let escalate the situation.
You guys already have. You fucking pulled her on a warrant. It's not even there.
So,
Have you checked on the warrant? Or you guys?
Don't look at me like that, sister.
it's been verified.
Look, little girl, I'm old enough to be your grandfather, so don't fuck with me with your dirty looks. Yeah, it is. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Again, this is an illegal detainment, and they're enforcing it. These people right here, this lady and the gal we call Ponytail, it's over in the on the other side. There she is right there. That's an illegal detainment, and they're enforcing it. And that's why I'm mad, because they're standing in front of us trying to show that they have dominion over us. This is an illegal detainment, and they should know it. But I think they're too stupid, both of them, to know.
So it is a warrant?
It's an NCIC hit. Okay?
Yeah, you guys are.
NCIs.
Now, I talked to my attorney. I'm going to tell you something. I want the prosecution to hear this. The laws are dismissive for police officers. Oh, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Just like Sim Gill. Oh, they shot him in the back. It was a good shooting in Salt Lake City. So you prosecutors are idiots. NCIC hit. What they should have done also, it's just like the dumbass. How many videos do you see where they find they break down the door to the wrong house and kill the people inside? You know, that happened in Farmington, New Mexico in in April of 2024 as an example I can think of. And they do it here too. They should have done their due diligence and called down there and say, is this warrant still in effect? But no, they can do whatever they can be as stupid as they want to be. And then they can kill you, arrest you, ruin your life, disgrace you. And, oh, it's an NCIC hit. If you don't like it, then she tells us if we don't like it, we can go to jail. Look, I've already spent $20,000 out of my pocket. Are you kidding me? Because of this arrest. They can kiss my ass. I'm going to go for blood. Yeah, and you prosecutors, you better dismiss my case. I'm telling you. You're corrupt. If you don't do it, I want the Lord to curse your asses. You're terrible human beings. All we have is our words, our camera, and knowledge of the laws. I know more than they do about what they're doing. They're idiots.
You got paperwork.
That's fine.
You got
That's fine.
paperwork.
You guys should be ashamed of yourself and your occupation.
You guys can find it for you're lying. Go
I
investigate.
know you guys don't care because no matter what, nothing happens to you guys. You guys can violate rights.
Yeah.
Did she just get out of high school and she's trying to act like an adult? Are you kidding me? You think we're lying, you can take it to court. You guys, in answer to her, you guys have screwed up by the numbers. You've done everything wrong in this video.
You're the sovereign citizens of America.
Nothing will happen to you guys.
Police are the sovereign citizens. They can kill us and they get away with it.
Arrogant fucking attitude.
And let me tell you something, Doherty. You better make sure when he comes down here and he says, Doherty's the one that lied on an affidavit.
That's fine.
So your asses will be grass.
Okay, we also have body cameras.
She perjured herself on a sworn statement.
Yeah. Doherty, I hope your friends tell you or you watch this and you start sweating bullets because I've got you by the cojones. You lied on your affidavit to get into my phone. You said that I ran up on I approached your sergeant. I stopped dead in my tracks. And that I think you said I hit him. Are you kidding me? I have a right to defend myself when it's an illegal arrest or force is used illegally on me. And that's the case that happened there. But, you know, your prosecutors want to write shit, creative writing to make it sound like he was in the right. And that's not what happened. And the camera shows that, period.
Not on camera at all until now.
I'm not feeling well at this point.
Well, I want to be free. I'm walking over here. I paid 20 years of my life in the United States Army, and I'm not going to have a dipshit like you fucking give me orders.
And I feel she is a dipshit. I'm not going to take it back. And she's untrained too. And she tries to do a leg sweep on me to put me on my face. So don't think that these are nice people.
I'm only staying here
Because I'm in the right. I'm not kidding you. From the very beginning of this film, we've been in the right. And because they wear a uniform and they take offense to the fact that they don't do their job right and we swear at them, that they have the right to arrest us. Are you kidding me? That's what went on here. I've been a good citizen. I've never been arrested for anything. I own my own company. I raised 3 kids. I served 20 years. I have 5 degrees. I'm a criminal. I'm a bad person. No, I found the wrong cops on the wrong day with the wrong. It's a filthy, rotten, sordid police department. That's what happened.
I'm not sorry I feel that way. I'm sorry that you're a police officer.
She does that twice. She says, well, I'm sorry, blah, blah. And I said, I don't feel that I'm sorry. And then she said, I didn't say that. She does that twice. I mean, is she mentally ill? Does she have cognitive capability?
Can I see your tattoo?
Quit looking at me like you hate me.
I haven't even looked your way, sir.
Yeah, you
Oh,
have.
you have?
I've got it on the film thing here. Who you kidding?
Yeah, like jam it. You know, the thumb up, jam it. That's real professional, isn't it?
You guys are the ones who are actually escalating the situation.
Now, can you believe the gaslighting there? We're the ones that are actually escalating it. No, your officer put his hands on me, which really pissed me off. He blocks my camera. You guys illegally detain, all of you. You're all guilty of legally detaining us because you're enforcing it in front of us. And we're gaslighting, and you arrest Dawn on a quashed warrant. You won't even take the damn time to look at her phone. She showed us before we ever went to DCFS. Dawn told us they're going to arrest us, probably you guys too, and the warrant that they're going to try to arrest me on for the 4th time has been quashed. So there's no warrant. And she told them everything she said was true. She's truthful. The Ogden Police Department has no credibility. They're liars.
We're not. You are. We escalated it. If they would have looked at the warrant, this would have never happened.
You don't need to yell at me.
That's the way he talks.
That's what.
And there it is, gaslighting again, yelling at her. Honey, you don't know how loud I can project my voice.
The way I talk.
That's what that stupid UHP officer said to me, that I was talking too loud. That's just a way to set us back, stop our conversation, and make us wonder, what? No, if you don't like it, I can yell at you all I want to. That's not, what law is that?
Okay.
That's the way
So
he talks.
here's the thing. The sergeant is over there talking to someone that has made claims that you have been mistaken. Okay?
Hey, what if
See, he said we're free to go. That's the first and last time I heard anything out of Tolman.
Lady is the first
And I
time
thank him.
standing out there that I saw her. How could I have disturbed her peace?
Okay. Do you know Paulson? Yeah, he doesn't know.
This is the last. He said we were free to go. I thanked Tolman. Okay.
When I asked him about Paulson helped kill Giovanni Mercado. He never approached the cops, but all 6 of them that were there, from what I could see in the film, they shot him to death. And they all had tasers on. See, this is how stupid this police department is. And the excessive force. They have a culture of excessive force, with Rand Brim as a good example. On his own property, they throw him on the ground and beat the hell out of him and tear his rotator cuff and bloody him. This is not a good police department. They have many, many damn problems. All of them are idiots.
I never heard when he said we weren't. But this is what I learned later on. They do this on purpose so that they can arrest you. Another trick that the Ogden Police Department uses. Now that, see, I don't know what's going on with Jose. I'm feeling sick.
Because I'm talking to these people, and I'm feeling sick, and I'm making the decision I'm going to go tell Hill I'm going to go sit in my car because I'm not feeling well. Okay? I have every right to do that.
In a police department in California. And I'm Mexican. Proud of it.
Okay, please stop antagonizing him.
He's not antagonizing.
There she is. That's all Doherty. She lies. She lies on affidavits. She lies to us, saying she's trying to get charges on Jose. She's trying to get a reaction. That's what criminal cops do, which she is. She doesn't. She should never have a badge and gun. She doesn't know how to conduct herself. Gaslighting Jose. And she's arrogant. She is a narcissist.
He's asking questions. You're making it into a fucking criminal act.
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
I'm dismissed.
I'm just
Get out of in front of my.
Now, I'm telling her by saying I'm dismissed, the last thing I heard from Tolman has the obligation. I was in law enforcement. He has the obligation to personally make sure that I hear that I'm detained, which he did not. Okay? So I'm not detained. I'm going to walk up to the sergeant, and you'll hear me say, I got something to tell you. I'm no longer detained. That was to call off the dogs, but what's he do? He gives me an illegal order. Get back, get back, get back. I had every right, like anybody else, to walk up that sidewalk. I wasn't under arrest. I was no longer detained. Sergeant Hill fucked up. Period. I'm sorry I cussed.
I'm telling her I'm dismissed because I was told I was no longer detained.
You work for me. I don't work for
So
you.
this proves what I've been saying.
Yeah, you do. I pay your fucking taxes. Don't tell me you don't work for me. You're a sovereign citizen. You're the sovereign citizen.
What she doesn't understand is the money doesn't come from the city. It just doesn't come out of their bank account. The money comes from taxpayers. And I visited the city a lot. The restaurant people know me very well at Ruby River and at Goodwood. They know I frequent them many, many times in See's Candy and Costco. The taxes go into her paycheck. But she's too stupid to know that. That's the way cops are. When they don't like you, and this is a way that we find out which side of the fence they're on, this is a hateful, unknowledgeable, unprofessional, despicable human being.
Listen.
Taxes, sir.
Yeah, I do. You can kiss my ass.
You pay taxes and you pay taxes.
He's saying he pays my taxes.
That's right.
I'm letting him know I pay my own taxes.
No, dipshit. Through my taxes, you get a paycheck.
Okay. You don't pay my taxes, sir. I pay my own taxes.
Yes, but
See, they're not going to agree with you at all. You know, you could say 2 and 2 is 4, and because you said it, they're not going to agree. Just like Giles in the other video and Melody Brown. They're not going to agree to anything. They want you to be wrong. They want to be right. They gaslight you.
Yeah, in that sense, yeah, you're right. But you knew what the hell I was saying.
Okay. Just remember that next time someone else misspeaks.
I'm not going to do anything you say. How's that?
All right.
Why would I listen to a shitbag like you?
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm not sorry.
See? And then she's going to say, I didn't say that or something.
I feel that way. It's true.
See? She just said it. God. This is this person is not intelligent.
It's true.
Said you were.
You know that when history gets rewritten,
You guys are on the wrong side of history.
You guys are gonna be known as the Nazis of this century. You guys are gonna be the Nazis of this century.
Oh yeah. So look at you know, you got little. So I apologize again. I accidentally. Excuse me for a second. So this is going back into where Jose's telling them that they're the sovereign citizens. And I'm going to set it up because I am deathly ill right now. And I'm going to walk up to my car, but I was going to tell Sergeant Hill, out of courtesy to his dumbass, that I was going to go sit in my car if he wanted me. And I want you to hear what I say, because she says, hey, please don't walk behind my sergeant. And I said, fuck your sergeant. And then I say to Sergeant Hill, I have something to tell you, which was...
And it's all legal. Again, California, Cohen versus California. There's many laws on that you can swear at police officers. There's not a damn thing they can do about it. They'll arrest you, and they'll make your life miserable. It's the process, that the punishment, like what I'm going through right now with all the money that I've spent. But that's what they do.
I was going to my car, and I'm no longer detained because Tolman told us we weren't detained. So there again, I'm reaffirming the last thing I heard from Tolman was I was no longer detained. So the police have to ensure that you hear them. They just can't blurt it out to Jose and expect Jose to pass it on to me. So he didn't detain me properly. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm free to go. I'm walking up the sidewalk and I say, hey, I got something to tell you. And I'm no longer detained. But before, he didn't even listen to me. He was so dead set. And watch how quickly he gets in my face and physically strikes me. Watch how I'm attacked by 4 others. I'm 76 years of age, and they're cranking on my arms. They could rip my rotator cuffs. Both of them grab it. This is a trick that police do. I think it was Rand Brim, who was a 78-year-old man who had his rotator cuff torn and beat the hell out of his whole side, bruised him, bloodied him. And this is what they were trying to do to me, but I backed up into them because they were trying to push me forward when they grabbed my arms onto the concrete, onto my face, and that's why I backed up to him. And then when he's hurt my arm, I say to Sergeant Hill, you don't have to do that. And he says, yeah, I do. You're resisting. Cops are trained. Every time they put their hands on you, stop resisting. I mean, look at Carolina at Fort Worth, where she was snoring. She was knocked out. And the officer was handcuffing her, yelling, stop resisting. This is what these dumb, stupid son of a bitches do. So here it goes.
You know that when history gets rewritten,
You guys are on the wrong side of history.
You guys are gonna be known as the Nazis of this century. You guys are gonna be the Nazis of this century.
Why is that?
Because you guys are sovereign citizens, and you guys mistreat people. You just mistreated a woman that has no warrant, and you guys have her in the back of
Now remember, I'm not feeling good at all. And listen to what I say to Hill as he turns around.
Yes, we could. And she could verify the paperwork.
Why don't you drive her over a house? She can show you where it's not in effect.
And she told you that she has the proof, and you refuse to vote.
Hey, please don't stand behind my sergeant.
So she triggers him.
Now also think about this. Do you really think I'm going to do something with 3 dumb... I already know they're dumbass officers. Do you think I'm really going to try to commit a crime? And I'm not. I'm not under arrest. I wasn't detained. You heard the film yourself. And I have every right to walk up that sidewalk. And again, this is the lady that said I disturbed her peace inside DCFS. Where was she? They just grabbed somebody that was probably somewhere in that building and said, we'll do this for you, quid pro quo. We'll do this for you if you do this for us. That's what's going on here. So watch Hill. Listen to what I say. It's very important.
Sergeant, let me tell you something. No, I'm not going to. I'm not detained. Get your fucking hands.
See, I told him I wasn't detained. He don't give a shit.
And I said, I got to tell you something, and I'm not detained, but he physically assaulted me. He used excessive force, and the officers just yanked me around like I'm a rag doll.
This is the
Look at this.
brutality
Look
of
at that.
the Ogden Police Department. And I'm trying to tell him my heart's not feeling good.
They don't care. They wanted this.
No,
Listen to that. I'm resisting. He's a liar. He's a criminal. These guys all got together, got in a huddle, and they just couldn't wait to do this. They're criminals themselves. And then I'm going to be illegally searched, and you're not going to see where they pull my pants down. And I ask people to help me. So then they take my camera, which you're not going to see. And they didn't have a warrant. And I had my work product on it from being a journalist. They screwed up so bad. And you, the prosecution, and you people in Ogden will see this video, and you're going to sit there, and you're just going to go, we don't care. We've got the prosecution in our pocket. We have the judge in our pocket. We've done creative writing to make the crimes fit, and we don't care about your videos. And why do I say about the videos? Because he already got to take down Jose's videos. You're not getting my videos. You can take them down, but this is going to show up in court, and it's going to nail your ass to the coffin. That's what's going to happen.
Having been a former police officer, he had no right to put his hands on me. He had no right to tell me to go back. I told him I was no longer detained, and this is what they do to you. This is the problem with the Ogden Police Department. They have a pattern of excessive force.
And they clamp those. I've got pictures of the injuries.
And I have injuries.
2 days later with the imprints on my wrist. They put them on. So look how tight he put them on. And it took him 3 minutes to take them off.
The video. And see, I tell him right there they're on too tight. But he did it because it's retaliatory.
Yeah.
He wanted to hurt me.
Yeah.
Sergeant Hill.
Exactly.
That is against the law. That's another criminal act.
That's right.
And all these people grabbing me. So there's the video. Thank you for watching. And if you could, in the comments, please put your feelings about this arrest.
Yeah, tell me. I want to hear your comments. Just don't look at it.
This is the Utah Defender.
I would like to hear you put your comments. If you think I broke the law, let me know. Tell me where I broke the law, because I didn't. I know I didn't. But go ahead and put it down. I want to see what you guys say. This is how I was treated. You know, I didn't do anything wrong. I've got a son that's a captain in a police department. He was an acting captain. I was in law enforcement for 3 years. I know what their job is, what they're supposed to do. And they don't care. When a police officer comes up to you, they don't care if I've watched them take reverends, pastors, nurses. Look at the nurse, what they did to her in Utah. I mean, they don't use common sense. They get butthurt and they go full bore to ruin your life and hurt you. And I'm going to say this to the prosecution of Ogden, the mayor, the city council. I want you to all hear this. You people condone this. You people haven't done anything I've asked you to. One last thing. I went to the Utah Highway Patrol to ask them to arrest these 6 clowns these officers that showed up. I went to the Attorney General's office, I think it was in Murray or Sandy, and talked to two of them. They said, we can't get involved. I think they can get involved. I don't think they wanted to arrest the police. I went to the FBI. They didn't do anything. I went to the city council. They didn't do anything. This is called blue law, blue silence, where they turn their head away and let their police officers get away and break the law. They're above the law. When they killed Chase Allen, they called him a sovereign citizen. No, he wasn't. These idiots are sovereign citizens. Thank you for watching. Leave your comments.